going to get emotional, don't make a short-term decision. I mean, a long-time decision for a short-term problem. Because this problem too, shall pass.
Yes.
Now, if you really examine yourself, every time a crisis came into your life, first thing you say, this the end.
Yes.
That's how we act.
Yes.
Like, this the end.
By nature again.
Yeah, and we get over that.
Yes.
So, dark times gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean you're cursed.
Right. Yes. So let me give you a little nugget there of that, okay? It says that they were keeping watch over their flock, right? There is their own flock. Mm-hmm. You're not out there protecting the people at this church or over here or comparing what you're doing here to what they're doing over there.
That's right.
Their own.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Leadership is responsible for those only under them. So if you see that church doing this, you don't come back here and say, well, them down the street, they're doing this and we're going to do this here. Your first problem is you're watching that church, you're not watching your own flock. So if they're supposed to be watching here, that means that if you go out and do your own thing, you're not under this covering anymore. They're watching you, and you're watching him, not out there. If the leaders are supposed to watch their own flock, then you're supposed to be here too, not out there doing your own thing. So how did I learn that? Thank you for asking. Well, Jerry, last week I decided that I was going to go over to the tiki. And I was going to sit at the bar and I was going to preach the gospel to every single person that was there. And Jerry says, did the Lord tell you to do that? No. Did I tell you to do that? No. Then you shouldn't have done it. But I thought I was doing something right. Did God tell you to do that? No. Did I tell you to do that? No. I'm not covered. I went out on my own. Even though I really felt that my purpose was right, I wasn't told to go. And Jerry just said, when you don't know to go, don't move. You can have the best intentions.
Yeah.
It doesn't, what does it say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
That's right.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Wait on your order.
Right.
You know what else I do a lot? So everybody has to learn to hear God's voice. Okay, really, you do, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll say, Jerry, I think I'm supposed to do this. And he'll say, well, what did God say? I didn't have to say it. Debbie could mouth it. She knew exactly what I was going to say. But I have to be honest and I have to say, I don't know. I don't know. And so I run it by him. And sometimes he says, then you need to wait. Or sometimes he'll say, this is what you need to do. I have to be honest, because if I move in a direction that's wrong, I have to answer for that. So you have to be real. And you know what? If he's not heard God tell him, he says, I don't know. God hasn't told me anything. You have to keep it real.
Exactly.
Any questions?
To confirm what you just said, Tommy and I had a talk tonight. And Tommy said, but Jerry, for the last couple of days, you haven't been playing the drums. And I felt that the Lord said something to me to play them. He had already said that to me, too. But I never said nothing to Tommy.
Because
But I was able to confirm
yes,
when he
What
came
he
to
heard.
me. Yeah,
Yes.
because he had to learn to hear it on his own.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. I had already heard.
because the leader is going to know before you do.
That's right.
So I can say, I think we're supposed to do this, and Jerry will go, nope, he didn't tell me that. So if I know if he didn't tell him that, then that's not the direction.
That's right.
Okay? And so if I moved and if you came up here and set on those drums and started playing, and you weren't supposed to, you think Jerry was going to let you sit there?
Mm-hmm.
No, he'd rip you right off in those. Right?
Yep.
With love.
That's right.
And tell you to go sit down.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
That's why we have leaders.
That's right.
You weren't meant to do this
That's right.
by yourself because you need training for the day.
Yeah.
You have to do it by yourself. Anything?
No, we just pray to God. Tommy got some rhythm.
You know, because saints are some of the most impatient people.
Oh, yes.
Because most of the time saints get in trouble. Let's get in trouble. So I know I'm going to be told to do something, so I do it now.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself in a place maybe you should be a year from now, but you're there too soon.
Yes.
You see it through the Word of God, too, with Moses and some other stuff.
Yes. Yes. That's a very good
It's the
point.
same thing you're talking about.
Yes.
Let me see if I understand what David just said. David just said this. He said, sometime I could see what God is going to bless me in, but just because I can see it now doesn't mean it's for now.
Right.
Am I hearing you right?
Yes.
Okay.